Thank you, Madam Mayor. The agenda item before us is the self-contained housing revenue account budget for 17-18. This budget funds all the repairs, maintenance, service and administration of approximately 10,000 housing properties across the borough. However, there appears to be some confusion with members as to what we are voting on tonight. Tonight we will be voting on the budget as outlined in Appendix 1 on page 127, that is inside the boxed area. Effectively, the 1% decrease that our government has imposed, along with a 3% increase on the existing service charges. We are not agreeing any increases or any application for new service charges that are currently out to consultation across the borough. I will repeat that again. We are not here to agree any new proposed charges that are currently under consultation. The HRA has faced a significant amount of challenges this year in its finance and spend. The majority of this is in the Transforming Homes project. Due to the state of the housing stock, it's become clear that we've had to pump in a minimum extra 10.4 million into our tenants' homes to bring them up to standard. You will see on page 113 examples of the works at high-cost properties we've had to undertake. I recently visited a number of homes across the borough that were transformed and needed these extra works. I was shocked and appalled to see one property in Chadwell where it was let with crumbling walls and still required a lot more significant works to bring it up to what I would class as a lettable standard. Regrettably, that had already been done. I also visited a property in Silbury where we had to decant a large family because the construction of the floor caused the floorboards to rot away. Repairs on these type of properties are not cheap, and we know that other properties in the area will probably be affected by similar problems. We have overspent on the damp and mould programme this year. Personally, I never thought £2 million allocated previously to this project would be enough. So on top of this overspend of just over £500,000, we're looking to invest a further £1.3 million in this project. However, we will no doubt again see an increase in this once we've completed the stock condition survey. On that, I'm really shocked. Why would we start transforming home projects and a damp and mould project without truly understanding the condition of the stock? That's basically saying we don't know what to fix, but we'll try and fix it anyway. We've seen the increase in the costs of improving our void properties. This is not only as we discover the serious problems as I outlined, but also legislation on electrical wiring and fire prevention requires us to do the extra works carried out as soon as they become void. We've also started to fund energy efficiency works that were not included in the Transforming Home projects. An energy efficient home is a cool one in the summer and a warm one in the winter without making the tenant fall into fuel poverty to make this happen. This is a further £2 million investment in our stock for the future, including the ones that we've already declared externally. Now, I'm sure all members will remember me announcing the full review of the housing service. A big part of this, as I've mentioned, is the stock condition survey. Unfortunately, I'm sure this will highlight a significant amount of investment will be needed to bring these homes and provide them fit for purpose in the 21st century. I will, of course, bring this back to the Chamber in due course. I bring members' attention to 2.9 on page 114, which outlines a further £7.75 million of improvement for loft insulation, improvements to properties on the Flowers estate and other non-traditional builds across the borough. There is also an uplift on planned maintenance programmes such as boiler replacement, external structural works, and again, this will be better informed by the stock condition survey. I do not see these as overspends and additional costs. I see these as necessary spends, a spend that will ensure our tenants live in safe, well-constructed, damp and mould resistant homes for years to come. As I mentioned, this report, and indeed what we're agreeing this evening, is the national 1% reduction in rent, the 3% increase in existing service charges.
Councillor, you've had 5 minutes. Could you sum up quickly, please?
Which is all shown to time for 5 minutes. I'll reiterate again, I'm going to just whiz to the back. We are not consulting on introducing charges for sheltered housing or indeed general needs services. That will fall to Cabinet at the end of the consultation. This consultation started and it will complete before a decision is made. On that, Madam Mayor, I move the budget to be voted upon.
Thank you. Councillor Gerard Rice, as Chair of the Housing Overview Scrutiny Committee, do you wish to speak?
Yes, I'm delighted that the leader of the Conservative group and the leader of the Council has announced this evening that he will take notice of those two impending consultations. And should those consultations actually, shall we say, go against your will, I do hope you respect the pensioners and the flat owners, because I think it's important that you recognise the anger out in our communities. And I think I speak for many residents and many councillors here tonight because they have felt that anger. And I just hope that you pay attention to it. 2 years ago, and I'll wind this up very quickly, 2 years ago the director came to me and said we have to introduce a charge across the board. And I said you can go away, you can introduce it to new people, but not to the existing tenants. And now, as I say, you put it out for consultation to double it to £15. A bit like VAT when it came in the 80s.
Councillor, I'm sorry, it's now 21:45, which is when we were going to close business, so I'm afraid
That's
we
fine,
need
I
to
have
go
no
straight
problem
to
with
the
it at
votes.
all. I just wanted to make those points so they understood.
The vote is on page, the recommendation, sorry, is on page 111. All those in favour? No. Can we raise hands? All those in favour, can we raise hands, please? Thank you. Those against? Thank you. Any abstentions? Thank you. Sorry, we just need a few minutes just to double check something.
Such an easy thing to say.
Members, can I have your attention, please? Thank you for being so considerate to us here. Right, the recommendation was on page 111 was lost. We have gone past the